It's all your stuff. Your
Really?
makeup, your Adidas stuff, your
That's
Sharpies,
yours.
your
That's
Sharpies.
yours. That's your Adidas stuff.
That's
You
not
haven't
mine.
gotten through yet. They sent that for you.
Unbelievable.
Also, I'm talking about like throwing clothes on the floor or like leaving bags of chips next to the bed. Like, that's you. That's you.
What transpired is still too much for me to comprehend. Famous pop star Justin Bieber, who was once considered the industry's golden boy, broke his marriage to Hailey Baldwin in an Instagram live broadcast that seemed to last only a breath. The episode wasn't an orchestrated public relations stunt. Rather, it was an unfiltered, painful, and frankly, heartbreaking look into his life.
You can't tell that this is see-through. It's see-through.
You can't even see it.
I know. You're a naughty girl.
Okay. This is so awkward. I feel so awkward.
You just feel so, like, super awkward.
What we witnessed was a man who was entirely unprepared, with no stylist-approved hoodie and no rehearsed lines. Instead, we imagined him strumming his guitar and talking about music or providing an update on some charitable activity. Justin is all alone, hurt, and sick of pretending. If you've been keeping up, you could have seen the warning signs. His energy levels have been low for months. His public appearances have a sad expression. His captions have felt like pleas for help. His photo wipes have been timed strangely, and he has suddenly disappeared. It's been building up to this point, and nothing happened by accident. In a low voice,
Justin, have you talked to your friend Kanye? Is he doing okay?
And in a crazy turn of events, I actually had the privilege to talk to people who are actually currently close to Justin, and basically everything that I assumed about what's going on was confirmed.
Gradually up until this point, because what transpired during that Instagram live wasn't merely an outburst. It was a man crumbling under the internal pressure of a love story that had been slowly eroding. It didn't feel like a new chapter, but rather the last. Okay, let's dissect this, shall we? I believe this is the moment when everything changes. The moment Justin went live, viewers could tell something was wrong since the screen was slightly fuzzy and the lighting was low.
The #1 search right now, a breakout search on Google, is what's wrong with Justin Bieber. Like, the entire narrative is that Justin Bieber is falling apart. All of this coincided with Selena Gomez's new album. And many have now tried to tie Selena's album back to Justin Bieber, which has then just fueled the divorce rumors with Justin and Hailey. And I can tell you guys, from what I have heard, none of that is true. And Selena is basically asking people to stop. She literally said, "I would like to say that most of this album has nothing to do with what everyone may go to."
His expression was one of emotional turmoil, not exhaustion. He remained expressionless, and his voice lacked the usual lightheartedness. I felt sick to my stomach because what he said was so personal, and everyone watching could tell exactly who he was referring to.
I think it's important for me to say that because I've evolved so much and I've experienced life with new people. She's saying it's not just about Justin, and yet they continue to run these stories. Not just that, but say, oh, Hailey and Justin are on the rocks, so they're so unhappy, he's cheating on her, oh, he posted this. What is the motivation? Why do you continue when you objectively have facts saying that that is not the case? Under the guidance and orchestration of Lou Taylor and Aaron Rosenberg, Justin Bieber sells his entire catalog to Hypnosis for $200 million. Justin was backed into a corner.
Hailey and what followed was a slide in real time. He went on about being treated like a product, a label, a name to be commercialized. I'm not someone's brand boost. He said I'm not a prop in someone else's shine up. I mean, are you hearing that? That's not frustration, that's devastation, that's betrayal. With a grin in front and a storm behind closed doors, the comment section was chaos. Some fans were typing paragraphs begging him to log off and take care of himself. Others were tagging Hailey, practically demanding she join the live or at least say something. And yet there was nothing, no message, no interaction, no, "I'm here, babe." It was Justin on an island talking to millions of people.
Justin Bieber's wife, Hailey Bieber, just sold her makeup company for a whopping $1 billion. It was a record-breaking beauty sale, and guys, what makes this even crazier is that Hailey Bieber built this company in less than 5 years. And what makes it even crazier on top of that is that all of this happened in spite of everything that we know is going on in their personal life. The PR wars, the legal litigation, the fact that Justin felt that he had to sell his entire life's work, the fact that she just became a mother, that she had an incredibly traumatic birth, that she almost died in childbirth.
And somehow still completely alone. And then came the line that lit the internet on fire. It's wild how love can feel like a transaction. You could hear a pin drop. That sentence, simple as it was, said it all. This wasn't just a bad night. This was years of pain bubbling to the surface. It was the type of line that ends marriages, not fixes them. I think that IG Live will go down as the turning point because whenever someone says their truth out loud,
that she was able to build a company worth $1 billion and sell it while all of that was happening. Like, that is incredible. And it's just laughable to see all of these hit pieces and these tabloid articles come out saying she's draining him of money, she's the reason why he's broke. I think they're fine. She has something really great that she loves, that she has built. Obviously, he is in support of her. They're working on their creative endeavors. They're trying to get out of this mess, and this seems like an amazing path.
especially someone as scrutinized as Justin Bieber. There's no going back. Let's rewind to a point that felt off even back then, but now feels like a screaming red flag in hindsight. When Hailey landed her Vogue cover, it should have been one of the most supportive, joy-filled moments in their relationship. A husband hyping his wife, a shared celebration of her success, but instead, the caption Justin posted was weird.
It's time for you all to meet the attorney that Scooter Braun brought onto Justin Bieber's team when he was only 13 years old. And his name is Aaron Rosenberg, who at one point or another was basically representing all of Scooter Braun's clients, including Ariana Grande.
Uncomfortable, almost resentful, and now we apparently know why, according to several fan breakdowns and insiders close to the situation. Justin once told Hailey during a brutal argument that she'd never be good enough to land a Vogue cover. That's not just petty, that's cruel. That's the kind of comment that sticks like a splinter in your soul, especially coming from your own partner. So when Hailey finally got that cover, and Justin tried to clean it up with an edited caption filled with emojis and half-hearted compliments, fans weren't buying it. Too little too late. One person wrote, "You can't unthrow a punch." And honestly, I think that moment showed us the real dynamic in their marriage. Because what kind of husband says something like that? Not one who sees his wife as an equal, not one who celebrates her growth, that felt like a man threatened by his partner's spotlight. A man who needed to reassert control even through sarcasm. And here's the kicker: Hailey never addressed the insult publicly. Not once. She accepted the post, smiled for the cameras, and moved on. But I don't think she ever forgot it. I think that insult lives in the shadows of every success she's had since. And I think it lives in Justin's guilt too. That Vogue caption wasn't a tribute, it was damage control, and that speaks volumes. Now let's talk about what Hailey didn't do, because I think her silence said more than any post ever could after Justin's live. After his heartbreak was plastered across millions of screens, Hailey didn't say a single word, no tweet, no comment, no acknowledgement. Instead, she posted skincare, routines, selfies with her glam team, a product teaser. You would have thought nothing happened, but something did, something big, and she acted like it didn't even matter. I think that's what truly stunned people. It wasn't just that Justin was hurting. It was that he was hurting alone. Hailey didn't even try to redirect the narrative. She didn't reassure fans. She didn't deny anything. She didn't show concern. She just kept selling some fans. Said maybe she didn't want to escalate things. Others argued. She was trying to stay classy. But let's be honest, when your husband publicly breaks down and says he feels used, and you post a makeup tutorial that's not classy, that's calculated. And look, I'm not saying Hailey needed to go on live and spill her side of the story, but a simple "I'm here for Justin" would have gone a long way. Even a repost, a heart emoji, anything. Instead, we got curated content, a picture. Perfect wall of silence that felt cold, distant, and honestly kind of cruel. That kind of silence isn't neutral, it's loud, it tells the world, my image matters more than this moment. And I think for a lot of fans, that's when the fantasy of this relationship officially cracked and then the internet exploded. It started with a whisper, a few fans claiming Justin had unfollowed Hailey. Then someone posted screenshots, then another. Within minutes, it was trending. People were comparing timestamps, checking follower counts, analyzing every move for a brief window of time. Justin and Hailey allegedly weren't following each other. Then suddenly, just as fast, they were again. And if that wasn't strange enough. Moments later, Justin's Instagram disappeared altogether. That wasn't a glitch, that was intentional. I think what we witnessed wasn't just a social media blip. It was the digital version of a screaming match behind closed doors. And when Justin deactivated his account, it was like watching someone slam the door on their marriage in real time. No explanation, simply gone. Meantime, Hailey started limiting comments on every post. Every reel, every product launch, she didn't explain. She didn't reference. Justin, she didn't offer comfort to fans. Clearly panicking, she just shut down the conversation, which in Hailey's world is louder than any caption. Then came the subtweets, except they weren't tweets. Justin's mom wrote a Bible quote about betrayal. Hailey's best buddy said, "If it doesn't bring peace, let it go." Ow, it was a full-blown subliminal messaging war with every person in their orbit choosing a side without saying a word. And the fans, they became investigators. Some were refreshing pages every 10 minutes. Others developed entire TikToks comparing old love postings to the current icy silence. The conclusion was obvious. The controlled perfection was falling apart. I suppose we all felt it. The mirror had broken. Social media wasn't just revealing the truth anymore. It was the truth because when a pair that once documented every latte and love note suddenly goes radio silence, it means something's broken. And not only online, looking back now, it appears evident the signs weren't subtle. They were screaming. We simply didn't want to hear them. Justin hasn't looked like himself in months, maybe years. He stopped smiling with his eyes. His skin turned pallid. His posture slouched. He would show up to events looking like he'd rather be anywhere else. I think we all chalked it up to stress or anxiety or just celebrity burnout. But it was deeper. It was soul-level exhaustion. He canceled a world tour. He stopped releasing new music. He went from global pop icon to ghosting his fans. And not because he didn't care, because he couldn't fake it anymore. Meanwhile, Hailey was everywhere. Her face was on billboards. Her skincare brand was exploding. She was attending every gala, every brand dinner, every Vanity Fair event, glowing like nothing was wrong. But the contrast, it was jarring. Justin was retreating from the world. Hailey was running into the spotlight. And when you put those two energies side by side, it stopped looking like a partnership and started looking like two people walking in opposite directions. Then there's the Selena factor. Because let's be honest, that ghost still haunts this marriage. From day one, fans have compared Hailey to Selena. Every outfit, every caption, every moment. And while that's cruel in itself, what matters more is how Justin handled it. He never truly closed that chapter publicly. He just turned the page too quickly. I think a lot of fans believe, myself included, that Justin never had time to fully heal from Selena. He rushed into the Hailey marriage like a man trying to escape a fire, not walk into a new home, and now the smoke has caught up with him. This wasn't sudden. This was slow decay, and we all ignored it at this point. It's not. If it's when you don't have to be a gossip expert to feel the end coming. Justin is cracking in public. Hailey is performing like nothing's wrong, and together they appear like strangers who used to love one another. There are whispers that they've already done, trial separations, quiet breaks where they test the waters apart, that they've already met with lawyers to talk about assets, property, and image management. And if that's true, then the live wasn't just a meltdown. It was a leak in the dam. Justin looked like a man reaching for air, a man who couldn't hold it in any longer. Hailey looked like a woman locking every door behind her, one trying to protect the castle while the drawbridge collapses. And you know what? TMZ knows it. Paparazzi are circling. Influencers are dropping cryptic videos. Other celebs are liking dodgy tweets. That's not noise, that's preparation. I wouldn't be surprised if a joint statement is already drafted, waiting for the right timing, waiting for the public to calm down, waiting for the spin to be ready. I think when that headline finally hits, Justin and Hailey call it quits after 6 years. People won't even blink, because we've already mourned this relationship. Emotionally, we've already seen the ghost of what used to be. Now we're just waiting for the final nail. What Justin did on that Instagram live wasn't random. It was a cry for help, a confession, a warning. And the fact that Hailey didn't respond publicly, that tells us everything. I think the fairy tale is over. I think the fans know it. And I think deep down, so do they. This was never just about fame. It was about two people moving in opposite directions while trying to hold hands. And now the hands have let go. So what happens next? A breakup announcement, a redemption arc, a surprise reconciliation? We'll witness.